Hey everybody, this video is called The Descendants of Benjamin, and today we continue our pass-through study here in the book of First Chronicles, looking at the 8th chapter, where we're going to look at the descendants of Benjamin. And so today's chapter is going to be a very short video. We're just going to highlight some facts and information you might want to know as you read through the genealogy of Benjamin. So chapter 8, verse 1 through 28, it says, Now Benjamin begot Bela, his firstborn, Ashbel the second, Ahara the third, Noah the fourth, and Rapha the fifth. The sons of Bela were Adar, Gera, Abihud, Abishua, Naaman, Ahoa, Gera, Shaphunan, and Huram. These are the sons of Ehud, who were the fathers, or the heads of the fathers' houses, and the inhabitants of Geba, who forced them to move to Manahath. Naaman, Ahijah, and Gera, who forced them to move. He begot Uzzah and Ahihud. Also, Shaharaim had children in the country of Moab, after he had sent away Hishum and Bara his wives. By Hodesh his wife he begot Zobab, Zibiah, Mesha, and Malcham. Jeuz, Sachiah, and Mirma. These were his sons, the heads of their fathers' houses. And by Husham he begot Abitub, and Alpeo. The sons of Alpeo were Eber, Misham, and Shemd, who built Ono and Lod and within its towns. And Beriah and Shema, who were the heads of their fathers, the inhabitants of the house of Ajalon, who drove out the inhabitants of Gath. Ahio, Shashak, Jeremoth, Zebediah, Arad, Eder, Michael, Izpah, and Joha were the sons of Beriah. Zebediah, Meshullam, Hizki, Heber, Ishmere, Zizliah, and Jobab were the sons of Alpeo. Jacob and Jitri and Zabdi, Eliana, Zilithe, Elio, Adaiah, Beriah, and Shimrath were the sons of Shimei. Ishpan, Eber, Eliel, Abdon, Zitri, and Hananiah, Elam, and Tothijah, Ifadiah, and Penuel were the sons of Seshach. Shahariah, Athaliah, Zereshiah, Elijah, and Zitri were the sons of Jeroham. These were the heads of the fathers' houses by their generation, chief men. These dwelt in Jerusalem. So, as you can tell from these verses, in verse 21 through 28, it's a very long list of names. And this section, it's enlarging, or it's expounding on the genealogy of Benjamin in verses 6 through 12. And most likely because of that tribal's important relationship with Judah in the southern kingdom. And therefore, the two tribes taken into captivity together, and the Levites make up the remaining remnant in 538 BC. In verse 29 through 40, the rest of the verses here says, Now the father of Gibeon, whose wife's name was Maacah, dwelt in Gibeon, and his firstborn son was Abdon, then Zur, Kish, Baal, and Nadab, Gedor, Ahio, Zechar, and Mikloth, who begot Shemaiah. They also dwelt alongside their relatives in Jerusalem with their brethren. Ner begot Kish, Kish begot Saul, and Saul begot Jonathan. Malchishua, Abinadab, and Eshbaal, the son of Jonathan, was Meribbaal, and Meribbaal begot Micah. The sons of Micah were Pithon, Melech, Teriah, and Ahaz. And Ahaz begot Jehoiada. Jehoiada begot Alameth, Azmavath, and Zimri. And Zimri begot Moza. Moza begot Benaiah, Rapha, his son, Elisha, his son, and Azel, his son. Azel had 6 sons, whose names were these: Azrikam, Bocheru, Ishmael, Sheariah, Obadiah, and Hanan. All these were the sons of Azel, and the sons of Eshek, his brother, were Elam, his firstborn, Jeush, the second, and Eliphalet, the third. The sons of Ulam were the mighty men of valor, archers. They had many sons and grandsons, 150 of all. These are all, or were all, the sons of Benjamin. So if you are still with me, you did not fall asleep here yet. Ner, I want to point out, is also known as Abihu back in 1 Samuel 9:1. And Ner, it means like a light or a torch. In these verses, they show us the family of Saul. And we're going to see, as we move out of the genealogies in the upcoming week, that we're going to see that the chronicler focuses on Saul briefly and then goes back to expounding on King David. And so these were the descendants overall of Benjamin. And so to wrap up here, I know this is not the most entertaining chapter that you go through. This is not a chapter you're going to see many expositors preach through, or any topical preachers, because it's all lists of names. But there is a reason behind those lists of names, and there's a focus on it. So to wrap up, they may seem just like a list of names to us, but what we should make note of here is there is no mention of kings of Israel after the defection from the house of David, much less their families. So we'll see you next, as we're going to be looking at the leaders in Jerusalem tomorrow night. So I hope you have a great rest of your evening. God bless.